Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at something a bit different than normal. This is going to be the SCP Foundation Universe trailer. This is from Albranimator, and okay, normally this is where I say I have no idea what we're about to get into, but honestly, no, this time I do. I actually know what a lot of SCPs are, not because I'm so much on the site, but the Exploring series. That guy has some very damn good summaries and just narrations of some really scary as hell stories, and I may or may not be addicted. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And when you're done, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get started. We die in the dark. SCP files. Looks like MFTs because they have the guns. Ooh, I think there's a tank in the background. Oh, dude, there's actually... I think I can actually read that one. I love what they're doing here. We die in the dark so you can live in the light. I've actually heard this catchphrase so many times. Again, someone who actually reads them on the wiki probably knows this way more than I do. I love the summaries though, because I just love narrations of these stories. Oh, these are actually probably screenshots fitted together too. You can't see where the individual cut lines are, so it's not like a fake paper, but it's the actual SCPs themselves. Nice. I think that's an MTF in the background. Also, I love the just tiny little individual notes being played. Very creepy. Times have come. Shit, man. I mean, I was just looking at this description. It's like, I recently started meddling with Blender. This is recently started? I was not expecting it to look this cool. Okay. I love it. I love how they have the blood containers in the background. This type of storage is for, more specifically, biological contaminants, which is usually blood. Sometimes heart, organ, livers, things are being transported. And then you have the storage vials in the background. The SCP logo on everything. Heart, lung, x-rays. It looks like a clavicle, maybe? I could be mistaken. Just a good old-fashioned classical microscope. And whatever the hell this is, looks like almost like a gun rack? What? Oh, it's a cage. It's a cage. It's containing something. Ooh, an elevator. Tables. Oh, that's the O5 table, which also has like 13 members. Painting. Ooh, I don't think I know that one. Oh. Oh, I should know this one. It's a musical tune. Oh, I know I read this one before. And they're listed down below, but I'm not gonna cheat. What? Is that a... Oh, that is creepy as hell. Not just the doll itself is creepy, but with how this is animated, like, check that out. This little distortion of how we're coming up on it. Like, see how it's a little distorted so it looks like it's looking right at you? It's not actually moving, but it probably will more full on. Oh, also, ooh, I just noticed that part. Check it out here. As you go a little higher, it grays out. While you're down lower, it's a lot more colorful. That is such a cool little edit. Oh, yeah, see there, it looks like... What the... I don't even know what that one is. What? Oh, shit, man. Oh, an actual person. A little sketchy, but honestly not there long enough to matter. Oh, okay, I really need to say something about this visual. This right here. It's only briefly there, but just the way things are moving is a little awkward. That said, it's in shadow and you're not focusing on anything but the actual distracting light. So this is the perfect usage of how to cover up just not having perfectly fluid animations for a human being. Sometimes it's just kind of out there. This, if I'm not just the kind of person who over obsesses in this, it would not have even come up, but I am also the kind of person who over obsesses on this. But I love this entire shot. This is so freaking cool. And it just, everything about this shot encapsulates what I love about the SCP series. The one guy who's essentially a red shirt, D-class, just looking around in the dark with a flashlight, and you know something's about to go and murderize them horribly. If they're lucky, it's only that. And then just pulling back, going down, falling as the light goes, and just seeing that in the distance so there's nothing else, and just bits and pieces of the stairwell going away until there's nothing even of that you can see. And then it fades out. Oh, God. It's such a good, creepy transition. I love this. Ooh, touching the screen. There's a lot of things that could be. no, it's a drone. Oh, they're doing outside? Holy shit. Again, this is just test. Like, just a guy playing around. We hear word dragons? Oh, I think I remember that one. I haven't listened to that one in a while. But that's the one where it used to be, and it's just a reminiscence of things that are gone by. Oh. It's been so long since I actually listened to the Exploring series do this series, but I remember it being incredibly disturbing. Not because it was fucked up, it was, but just sad. I don't even remember why. Oh, is that the Plague Doctor? I don't remember that mask. Oh, yeah, and a containment breach. Okay, that thing is a lot more fucked up than I remember. I've never seen it without, like, the doll. What? Oh, I don't even know what those are, and that is terrifying. Ooh. Something they just did that I don't usually see very often. Now, of course, you have the MTF team, and honestly, just check out how cool that looks. You got the dead guys. Not a lot of blood, oddly enough. Containment breach, sound effects. Nearest exit. It's SCP. That has to happen. I love how we're already into it. You got the MTF team, all of them around, and you know they're getting jibbed. It's an MTF team. That kind of happens, unless it's one of the really high-tech, super awesome ones who kind of actually are super good at not dying, or more importantly, staying dead. But then this, like, just you have all this thing, and then right behind them, and they turn around, and they see the blood dogs, and look for this part right here. It's only a little subtly stated, but the closer you get to the blood dogs, I don't even remember what they are. I wish I did. I was going to say maybe it's something to do with Flesh That Hates, but nah, it doesn't really look Sarkic. Too uniform and not diseased enough. Just check out how the camera kind of zooms in, and then it starts to shake around as it does it. It's a cool effect to intensify the fact that you know it's raring. Wow, I can't speak today. Roaring, and it's shaking the camera. So even though you don't have that sound effect, there's a visual representation of that effect. That is so damn cool. Again, this is someone who said they've just played around at, again, direct quote, meddling with Blender. Learning phase, decided to make an animated fan trailer. This is a freaking medal. I mean, already, what I'm going to compare this to is if we got the early sketches of what the Astartes animations would look like if they did test mock-ups prior to making the entire series. This is what it feels like. It feels like someone's, what would happen if we fucked around with this? We're only halfway through and I want more. I want, honest to God, full episodes. If this guy has a Patreon, just let me know so I can start sharing it. I'm poor, mostly because stupid decisions. But I want to get this thing. Just, it's so freaking cool. Ooh, stepping out of the shadows? Nobody or someone else? Or is it the old man? No, it's different. Giant lizard. I'm going with really hard to kill lizard, but it could be a bunch of them. Wait, who's that? Okay. Immediate thought that might be Abel? Yeah, probably Abel, because red eyes. Old. There's a lot of lore about him. I will say, as cool as some of the transitions are, and I think the lizard itself looks really good, and how it's moving, that little head tilt right there, that's actually something I really enjoy. I'm going to be critical in a second, but right now, just this little head tilt he's putting in here, like, look at this. It's not just that it's down, it's that it's angling to get a better view with its eye, because that's actually something predators do if they want to get a good set on. Which is interesting because with how these eyes are set up, it's actually looking to the side instead of straight forward. So it'd actually be a herbivore. But that's more just random bullshit. It's an SCP. That does not matter. It could also just maybe have better forward vision. I just don't know. But more importantly, just that little head tilt. It's such a good little thing for a mostly static image or a static fixture. Tilting to get a better view as Abel's approaching. I'm assuming it's Abel. It could be a million other things as far as I know. Be a little more critique though. The human animation is a little stilted. Specifically, it's not the moving effect. The legs actually look really good, which is important. But the hair isn't moving. The clothing is not moving in relation. Zoom in is nice. But more importantly, the upper torso is stiff. There's no, lucidity to it. Technically it works, but see when I move it here, the overall torso doesn't actually move. The legs do, and there's a, no, the head doesn't. There's a small little bobble, but it doesn't really offset the fact that everything else is kind of frozen in place. That said, it's only on for a second, and then this immediate part right here where you zoom in, and then you see the highlight of the glowing sections, that actually does cover a lot of it because you're distracting from the focus of what's not moving, which was very visible in the one section where it's highlighted, to this part where all you're really supposed to focus on is the eyes and the otherworldly tattoos running up the back. Such good images. Coffin? I feel like I should know that one. Oh, the train! Is that the old man back there? Sorry, the train one. If it was a, oh yeah, spider back there. Yeah, I remember this one. I actually just re-listened to this one with my wife. The conductor, they put the D class in here, and then whoever has the ticket gets on. It's usually a train, but it could be any type of mass transportation. It just is like horrible and scary and fucked up. And it kind of is like a life of its own. And what? Oh, that's sarcasm as fuck. Oh, okay, that is disturbing. I was going to say it was sarcastic as fuck. What? I don't think I recognize this one. Jupiter? Ooh, I don't know that one either. Alien spacecraft? Angel? Whoa, that looks sarcastic. Oh, this one, I know this one. Oh, this is one of the miniseries that the Exploring series did. Yeah, the timeline where everyone basically became otherworldly eldritch abominations themselves. Yeah, I don't remember her name, but she basically got the power to gun. Yeah, that sounds bad when I put it that way. But basically her power was gun, yes. All the firearms. And then she could break herself down, become more guns, and reconstitute herself. And then just, I remember this! Oddly enough, it was one of the more hopeful ones. Oh, that's creepy. Ooh, they're even showing the fight with the spear. Ooh, giant tentacle. SCPs. Ooh, sorry, I am geeking out right now. I don't know the tentacle one, but this one I love. I don't remember this SCP's number or name, but I remember this one. This is how they get the amnestics, how thought is removed. And in some variations, depending on which versions of the lore you want to go to, it also is not the founder of the library, or not the library, but the antithesis of the library. And it's essentially one of the two essential deities, not the minor ones, but like the big ones who don't actually care because they don't need to. Sorry, it's so many references, man. D-class passing through each other. Ooh, that is, I barely recognize that reference right here. Wait. Not this one, but the giants in the background. Oh, I think this is one of the early ones I first saw the Exploring series do, and I barely remember it, but I remember hearing about how the D-class went through either a portal or a dream or something. I barely remember. And in the distance, they had these monsters. It was like a failed timeline, essentially, that they got a glimpse of. Oh, that's such a cool reference. Oh, shit. Okay, one. I'm not even focusing on this guy yet. Was that the deer? Oh, God, that was a freaking deer. Yeah, it's the deer. Human face, a deer, has bullshit levels of power on everything, and they have some kind of really fucked up security protocols that only work because they think it does, because they think it's Jupiter. Specifically, the Roman god Jupiter is actually them, and oh man, I think that's the king, but I could be mistaken. I love the ooh, there's a Sarkic reference. That is, that's SCP-1. Yeah, the angel. I really remember that one. It's one of the alternate takes of how the SCP Foundation started. 01 proposal. Secure, contain, next one is protect. Protect. What are we looking at? Oh! It's facilities. It's a lot of the different things we saw in the intro. There's the scroll, there's the tablet. Don't actually see what that is. So we're actually looking through, oh, that is such a cool effect. Seriously, like, check this out. I thought it was just a really cool drawback effect. Like, sometimes you zoom in on Marvel intros and you just see the words. But no, it's actually a location. It's just a museum of all of the SCPs that are easily contained. So things that would be, well, maybe not Keter, but contained and not a massive threat. I love how we're just pulling around and just flipping it around until we finally have some orientation. Then you can see, oh, that's what it is. That is such a really cool way to animate the scene, because a lot of the time when you're doing this kind of scene, you're just doing a pullback, which works fine. You get to see just how big it is. But here, it makes it seem bigger, not because it's huge, which it is, but because we don't actually know what we're looking at for the significant portion of this little segment. And then you pull back and you just see this moment here. Oh, there's even like little faces on this thing. The glass is changed up. And in the distance, you see what looks like a white lab coat. Is that a doctor in the background? It makes you have to suddenly comprehend what it is when it's flipped into an orientation you can understand. Oh, that's so cool. And they pull back into the actual Marvel style SCP Foundation logo. I think that's actually better done. God damn. Okay, I'm just not even going to joke around. I want more of this. I want to see what the hell they could do with more time, with more just anything. If they could focus on it, what they would do with they show crazy little segments. With just this is so damn cool. It captured that morose feeling a lot of the SCPs have, where it's not always horrible, but it's not always good. Sometimes they're epic, sometimes they're disturbing and freaking terrifying. A lot of the times they are. But it was never overwhelmingly depressing. It was never really happy. It was always, it's kind of fucked up. It can be kind of cathartic, but also it's just, great choice of music, great choice of the coverage, great alterations to the song. And I think the absolute best part there was the scene construction. Every damn shot had some unique little twist to draw your eye in a new direction. And that's just not even going into the fear, and it's not really fear. Yeah, what fear actually kind of works. It's kind of terrifying as fuck. But just the sheer treasure hunt aspect of it. Getting in, seeing all the little segments and trying to guess what everyone is. Like some of them, I haven't read them all, of course. But there's so many, and there's so many I did recognize. And just... Kid in a candy store right now. That's all I'm going to say. This is me as a kid in the candy store. I want more. I want to see what they can go on. If they could expand on their ideas and just maybe get someone to help them with the human animations, because every other part, they were really damn good. And this is just a freaking test. And I come back to it multiple times, meddling. Fuck, man. Their meddling is as good as some people's honest to God best efforts. And yeah, they actually did leave a list of all the different ones. Oh, yeah, it was the Gate Guardian, When Day Breaks, and the Scarlet King. Oh, that was the Scarlet King. Oh, good. If anyone knows where I can get more of these, let me know. I didn't realize how much I wanted more SCP animations, mostly because I'm a coward. But somehow I like this. And goddamn, Albranimator, I'm probably butchering your name, but if anyone's watching this, there's a link to his channel. Subscribe to this guy. Oh my fucking God. At the time I'm watching this, he has... Oh, I misread how many subscribers he has. I thought it was 157,000. It was 1,057. Get this guy some subscribers. Fuck yes. Actually, I'm going to go fix that right now. Okay, now that we fixed that and subscribed, just go subscribe to this guy. Holy shit, man. That was... that was a blast. As you can tell, I'm very critical and, dissatisfied. Yes. Yeah. Seriously, guys, just go do that. That was so freaking good. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you can maybe recommend something like this, let me know, because I didn't even think about this, and now they're out there. I'm having a geek moment. I'm sure no one can realize that. All the same. Link again below. Hit it up. And when you're done, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.